Okay, so it is January 10th, and Hannah and I have arrived at Target to get a few things, and one of those things, can't even talk, I'm like stuttering, is an ovulation predictor test. I'm just going to buy the pink one, the $35 one, because I still have the purple one left over at home. So I'm going to do that, and I am cycle day 6 right now. And I've been feeling things in my ovaries. I usually do anyway, pretty much the whole follicular phase. And so, but now just as time has gone on, I no longer consistently ovulate just on cycle day 13 like I always did. Sometimes I ovulate as early as day 10, and I have still gotten pregnant on those days. So the egg was mature enough and healthy enough to at least fertilize and implant. However, it never made it to missing my period. It always, I would get the positive first response, and then it would fizzle out, and I would start my period pretty much right on time. So, and I have like a 12 to 13 day luteal phase. So, and that has always stayed the same regardless of all the chemical pregnancies. So anyway, and yeah, so what I'm going to do is, this is the beginning of my ovulation testing. I'm actually going to test today just to see how light or dark the line is. And then I may not test for a couple days. I really usually don't start testing until like day 9 or 10. But like I said, if I'm going to surge and ovulate on day 10, I want to have a little bit of a heads up. And my sperm, I ordered it yesterday, and it is shipping out today. It's 2-day shipping, so it'll come on Friday. It's been coming around in between 11:30 to 2 o'clock, but it's no big deal because that's still, oh, that's only cycle day 8. So cycle day 10 will be on Sunday. So I just like to always have my sperm come a little earlier nowadays, and that still gives me time to get to cycle day 13 in case I do ovulate regularly for me. The sperm will still be good and won't have its last day, because it'll expire on next Wednesday, which is cycle day 13 for me, and that's plenty of time to inseminate and to get pregnant. So anyway, so I'm excited. I just wanted to say that since my last video, I did have 2 cycles and no positive pregnancy tests at all. Did not get pregnant at all. And I filmed it all, but I threw them out because I know a lot of people film their negative tests and they just post it, and that's great and fine. But I have a really hard time posting a negative test but I guess it's to show you, you're showing your experience. And I know that it's important that I just keep consistent with my experience, because I know there's a lot of women out there that are my age. I am 43, who are trying to have a baby for many, many reasons. Maybe it's their second marriage and they really want to have a baby with a new husband, or just whatever. And with me, I did not get to, there's a lot of issues about the way I feel about this, but I never got to have a chance. I never got to try to have children when I was fertile back in my youth because I wasn't married. And I tried all the dating websites and everything to try to get married and get that husband, and not just to have children, but to be married and be in love and have a life with someone. And of course, along that line, to also have children with them. Well, to finally get married at 36 and be like, we're trying on the honeymoon. And 2 years later, finally going to the doctor because of not ever getting pregnant. And finally, 2 years later, after being married, finding out that my husband is not able to have children. So just so much time wasted. And then and that was at the end of 2015. very beginning of 2016. So I wasted an entire year after that in denial of saying, I'm never doing IVF. You know, he's going to eat right. We're going to get this fixed naturally. But he didn't, and no pointing the finger at him, but he just, for whatever reason, he could not commit to doing all of the things that I tried to get him to do to improve his sperm quality. And I'm talking everything from morphology to count to motility. It was all bad. So, and then it went down it went up a little bit and then it just crashed. So, because he was on Clomid, and the Clomid, I think it actually helped him get to from 1 million, because he very first tested out at 1.4 million, and they were bad quality, but the number was poor, and then the quality was even worse. And then at one point he actually did get up to 6 million, but again, the quality and the motility were total. It was anyway, I don't even know what word to use. It was horrible. So anyway, that is my little story in a nutshell. So anyway, we're at Target. I'm going to go get the test, and I'm just going to test today and see what the line looks like. Take a look at this. That's new. Wonder how much this is. Okay, so I am back home, and I am going to take my test. Like I said, it's only cycle day 6, so I would expect the line to actually be very, very light, and hopefully don't want to ovulate too soon, obviously. It is 1:20 in the afternoon. I personally like to, I was always told by my fertility clinic, always test between the hours of 1 and 4 in the afternoon. And I read before, and it's just kind of common that if you were to surge in the morning, it would be the afternoon that your urine would pick it up and give you the positive test. However, when you go to clearblue.com, in the paperwork of the test that I bought, it has a suggested start day for however long your cycle is. So, just depending on the length of your cycle, it'll say start testing on day 5, start testing on day 6. And so I'll have to look, because I can't remember what mine is. But I usually start testing about day 8 now. So, because I'm usually a 26-day cycle. So I'll look and see what it says for 26 days. But because I've ovulated on cycle day 10 in the past, I just start testing, somewhere around this time, cycle day 6, 7, or 8, just to make sure I don't all of a sudden have a positive and not know exactly when it started. But so long as I have my sperm, it's okay. But, my sperm doesn't come till Friday. Anyway, and have you ever seen this? So this is brand new to me. I don't know if any of you have seen this. Is this brand new or what? So this first response triple pack, it says download and scan, digitally converts lines into words, pregnant, not pregnant. Isn't that crazy? So that's kind of fun. I don't know how long this has been out. Is this brand new? Because I've never seen it, and I buy tests every month. So I've never seen this, and I was just at Walmart, and I know it's not there. Okay, so here are all the instructions and everything and how to do it. And I just wanted to show, so in the paperwork that comes with your test, there is a chart for length of your cycle. So 21 or less, you start testing on day 5. Sorry, my nails are not manicured. Okay, and so I am usually 25 or 26. So it looks like they want me to start testing on day 8 or day 9. So, wow. So that's actually, that's what I've been doing. So of course today is day 6. Now, if, like I said, if I usually have a 13-day luteal phase. So if I ovulate on cycle day 10, which would be a 23-day cycle, then yes, I should start testing today, day 6. So anyway, I'm going to do that and just see what the line looks like. However, I am not going to use the pink one. I'm going to use the strips with my purple wand to see if it flashes, because, you know, that flashing detects the rise in estrogen, where this is just like surge, not surge. Either way, both tests, when you pop out the stick, you'll see that the lines should be very similar to each other. So I'm going to do that and see what happens. Okay. Before that cut out, you could see that when all 3 of those little icons flash, that means the test has pretty much started over. And so here we are. So yeah, I am using a pink from the new pack I bought. It does not matter. And I have used them interchangeably for like a year, and I have had no, it's all the same. So anyway, yeah, even in clearblue.com, they're like, yeah, if you have test strips left over, use them again the following month. So yeah, and they're what's different is, of course, the technology in the wand itself. Okay, so it's been about 4.5 minutes, so it should be coming up here pretty soon. Okay, and then I'm going to pull out the stick and take a look at the line, and it should be very, very light. So it's not really as light as it's not really as light as I would like it to be. Okay, so this is where I get kind of emotional and nervous. Okay, so now, okay, I'm speaking purely, I'm speaking purely in my own experience. I'm not talking about women in general. I'm not talking about anybody else but me. My tests go from very, very light to dark. Like I don't have this gradual, you know, when you see those progression test videos where their line is like, just seems to be dark forever. Like it's always that medium darkness that just carries through until they finally get the lines that match on those, the strip tests, not these. So anyway, yeah, this is a little darker than maybe it should be. So either way, I should be okay. I really, I don't want to even ovulate on cycle day 10. You know, it would be nice to do it 11 and after, but I am just gonna let my body do. I'm exercising every day, getting the blood flow going, doing my fertility yoga, keep the blood flowing basically, eating all of my fertility foods that I eat, and you know, just berries and avocado and salmon and just healthy food. And then my supplements, my CoQ10. So anyway, interesting. So I might end up testing tomorrow. I wasn't going to at all, but I'll do a test tomorrow at 1 o'clock and just see what happens on cycle day 7. Okay, so it is cycle day 10 and it is 1:45, so 1:45 in the afternoon. Okay. Take a look at the line and see if it's getting darker. Okay, I'm not surprised. It's clearly visible, but it looks exactly the same as what it looked like on day 6. So, which is totally great and fine because it's only cycle day 10. Like I said before in the past, I usually get my positives on cycle day 12. So, and then ovulate on day 13. So hopefully that's what's happening. Okay, it is February 15th, cycle day 11. And it is 5 to 3. So I keep testing later and later each day just because of circumstances. Okay, negative. All right, let's see if the line is getting darker. Great. So it is getting darker. So that's darker than yesterday. So if this would be anything like the ovulation I had when I got pregnant with my daughter, I should have a negative today. I didn't get my positive until about 1 o'clock. It was a little after 1 o'clock on cycle day 12. So if I just skip flashing smiley face altogether and go straight to a surge tomorrow at 1, that would be exciting. So, but anyway, we'll see what happens. If I feel a bunch of activity tonight in my ovaries, I will maybe test at 8 o'clock or 7:30 tonight. I usually shower around 7:30. So I might just do one just to be interested if I would start flashing tonight. I hate the TMI of it all, but the CM showed up today and it is infertile. So I wouldn't think it would be flashing right now anyway, just because of that. However, once it does turn fertile, I would hope that it would flash or just be a positive surge. So we will, I'll just see what happens tonight if I feel any pinching or poking tonight. And I might just test again tonight. But otherwise, I'm going to wait until tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Okay, it is still cycle day 11, February 15th, and it is 10 minutes to 8 p.m. And I just wanted to see if maybe I'm going to get a flashing smiley face. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? Okay. Oh, geez. I did not expect this. Okay. So, as you can see, I skipped flashing altogether. It'll be the clip before this. I tested today at, I think, 1:45, and it was totally negative. And let's go ahead and, this is crazy. Cycle day 11. Look at the way it just, okay, so look how light it was at 2 o'clock. This was 2 o'clock this afternoon. I expected maybe flashing because my CM has changed and it's clear and watery now. And I don't even know what to think right now. I'm excited and happy, but I didn't expect this at all, which means I have to inseminate tonight, which I was not expecting at all. I seriously thought I was going to inseminate on Wednesday. Today is Monday, February 15th. And my doctor's appointment is tomorrow, which is crazy. But the sperm will be long gone by then, in my fallopian tubes by the time. This is so, oh my gosh, let's take a look at the line. Okay, so let me separate them. So as you can see, and the thing with these digitals, like if you were doing a strip test, this would not be positive. And that's why I love this Clearblue digital, because But I know that, you know, obviously the strip test is made for the strips. And my urine was pretty concentrated. That's another thing. I thought it was going to be flashing because, you know, I'm a little dehydrated tonight, which is not good, and I need to drink a ton of water. So, oh my gosh. So here's the thing. First morning urine tomorrow, I should still have a positive, and I bet the lines will totally match tomorrow. But either way, the surge is on. And then, you know, then here is, look at this, 2 o'clock this morning. And they're both light. Look at how they don't look far off from each other, but the face doesn't lie. So I have to inseminate tonight, which is awesome because, so today's cycle day 11. So hopefully that means, okay, tomorrow's ovulation day. At least it should be, which is cycle day 12, which is wonderful and normal. Because usually it was always 13 in the past. And so what's one day early, right? Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't even know what to think or say. And I was going to say something, and now I don't think I can remember what it was. But that just goes to show you. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I'm not going to turn the camera on myself. I'm just going to say this, and then we'll go to tomorrow. But I was not going to test tonight, and I was going to let it go until 1 p.m. tomorrow. Maybe I was going to test at 10 a.m. just because the closer I get to my expected ovulation or surge date, the more I just randomly test throughout the day. And so this was just random that I thought, oh, I'll just go ahead and test tonight. Yeah, glad I did, because I need to inseminate tonight. So for anyone who's watching this for the first time, I inseminate with donor sperm, and I have 1 vial, and it has to be at the right time. And this is now, so wow. And I have learned that you want the sperm in like 12 to 24 hours before you ovulate. You really, because of capacitation. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's called capacitation with a C, like C-A-P-A. I don't know. I can't spell it. I can't think right now. Capacitation. It's the chemical process that the sperm go through when they're in the reproductive tract. I can't even remember the exact wording, but they shed layers of proteins or whatever to be able to fertilize. Because when sperm come directly out of the ejaculate, they are not physically able to fertilize an egg for another 5 to 7 hours. So keep that in mind when you are inseminating or doing the deed, that you do it, you know, a good 12 hours before you think you're going to ovulate. So when you get your positive surge, your happy face, do it. And then do it again in 12 hours. Anyway, all right. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. All righty. So this is craziness. I will talk to you tomorrow, and I will let you know how my doctor's appointment goes. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I have some towels. You can't touch it with your bare hands. I don't have any gloves, so I guess I could use my cold weather gloves. Anyway, you take off the lid, and I would think there'd be a little more vapor than that. That's not good. I don't think. Okay, there's a whoosh. There we go. There's the vapor. Whoa, yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, there you go. That's what you should see. And I'll pull this out. And this is what it looks like. Okay, So here it is. I have set the timer on my phone for 3 minutes. So it needs to be on the counter for 3 minutes, and then 5 minutes in your hand. And I always do 2.5 minutes in each hand. And then I open up the lid and suck it up the syringe, which I don't know what to say. I aspirate the syringe a couple times. I don't know. I make sure that it's not jammed, basically. And then I will do it so you can see all the frost. The frost on the, see all that? And it's pink. I don't know if that's showing up, but the semen is actually pink. And this is IUI washed sperm. So it's preferable to have ICI, intercervical insemination, unwashed sperm. But, oh well, that's okay. IUI has gotten me pregnant 10 times. And hopefully this will be the 11th and healthy final time. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, I just got out of my doctor's appointment with my OB, my brand new OB, and it's also infertility specialists. So they are specialists there. Anyway, I had a great talk with her, told her everything that I had been through with my husband going sterile, me inseminating, getting my daughter, and then inseminating last night, and ovulating, that I'm ovulating today. So 39, and just had her baby last year. So anyway, I told her about, one of the things I talked to her about was, one, progesterone, because I've never had a deficiency. I never had a problem when I was pregnant the first time. But 2 years later, I'm concerned that what if there's something going on with my progesterone and I don't know it, and I'm having all these chemical pregnancies because either, obviously the chromosomal abnormality is most likely, but do I also have a little bit lower progesterone than I should? And that I can go ahead and get a prescription for 200 milligrams of an oral pill just to kind of help support things. She said, don't take it, obviously, until you get that positive pregnancy test. So anyways, they're going to call that in. So next week, if I get a positive pregnancy test, I can go ahead and start taking just a small dose of progesterone to make sure that, just to have that part covered. So that was really cool. And I like that. And I told her, and I was scared to tell her about my 5 DPO pregnancy tests because I didn't know if she was going to believe me or not. Since a lot of people don't believe me, which is hilarious because, I know that it doesn't show up on camera, but in reality, I'm staring at 2 lines on a first response. But it doesn't pick up on my phone, which is what I record my videos on. And so I told her how I inseminate, and my husband and I don't do it because he's sterile, and there's a lot of reasons. My fertility specialist in Tampa said that he didn't want to mix my husband's with the donor because we don't know what's contributing to the death of my husband's sperm. Oh, I didn't know there was a car sitting there. So anyway, so we just don't do it. And anyway, that's a whole nother. Don't think we don't like each other, but we don't do it. And so it's only donor sperm that's ever there. And so I told her that my last, one of my last chemical pregnancies was, I inseminated on September 29th, which was a Tuesday. September 30th was Wednesday. That was my ovulation day. And yeah, so yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, September. So October 1st through the 4th. Yeah. So I was day 5. So on October 4th, I was 5 days past ovulation, and I got my positive first response. She didn't even hesitate. She starts nodding. She goes, yep, it's possible. I'm like, can I record you saying that? Can I record you saying that? Oh, obviously, I cannot record her saying that. She nodded, yep, that's totally possible. And I told her about Shady Grove Fertility. They have on their website, they talk about the studies they've done with embryonic development, days 1 through 5, and right on day 4, they said it can already become a blastocyst and start hatching by 4.5 days past ovulation. And I told her, I said, I have felt poking before at 4.5, which gives it a full 12 hours of penetration and implantation. And I've gotten a positive first response at 5 days past ovulation. And she's like, yep, it's totally possible. So there you go. And I was so happy. Like, she not even hesitate. She just nodded, yep, it's totally possible. So I don't know why people don't believe me. And because basically, you're calling me a liar, which is just sad that some people are just kind of mean like that. So I'm not going to respond to those people. If you feel that you watched my video and just because it didn't come through, you're not going to believe that I'm getting a positive at 5 DPO, and you're going to write to me and tell me there's no line, or that you need to educate me on embryonic development, you'll be removed. So, because I'm not going to tolerate anybody calling me a liar. So I want this channel to be positive, full of positive energy, with women who are like me, who want to talk and who want to learn things from each other and support each other. I want to make friends. I want to help someone who is struggling with something and maybe didn't know something, and maybe they picked up on something that I said or showed, and it helps them and encourages them. I want to encourage people. I don't want to fight with people. So I will not fight with anyone. So that's it. I thank you so much for watching. I will probably test again this afternoon just to see if my surge is still going on. And I'm excited, and I'm going to start testing in about 5 or 6 days.